Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another SEC rival, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field for the first time today. Guys, this rivalry has been intense, and over the years, there's always a back and forth with these offenses.
And they live so close near each other in proximity, obviously. They go to the same high schools. They visit the same school, Jesse. This game always means a lot.
Yeah, look, it's Boomer, Sooner, and Hook'em, right? This is one of the best rivalry games in all of college football. There's just always a different energy when these two teams meet.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They got a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. They're going to throw it again. Makes his connection. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This offense has a second down play. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. You can't help but think back to last year, Jesse, when Oklahoma figured out a way to win that close game.
And Reese, Texas has been reminded every day this past year about losing that game close, too. So you knew, David, coming out in this one, they were going to be amped up and ready to win.
And you know the juices are flowing early in the game. Like, this is not a friendly rivalry. OU doesn't like Texas. Texas doesn't like OU.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got the quick pass. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies back. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. Tackle was made after the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. He comes through big time.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, the lone back's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Texas Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see what they've got on second down. Handoff from the gun. Oh, what a move! They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Trucks through the defender. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
This is hardly a surprise after converting their first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He makes the connection. Pulled down for the tackle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Texas offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Morris. Finds the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this one will be touched and downed at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just trying to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do, throwing the ball and going up.
Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second down after that incompletion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. And the ball's loose. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking downfield, it's Morris. Forced out of the pocket. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 7 over Texas State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's on target and complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He's looking to throw it. Going over the top. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
He's got it down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Morris. Quick strike complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Trying to find his man on 1st down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You could tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to fire to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Comes out throwing on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Across the 25, he's got room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with the 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Surging forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we're going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of this.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Flushed out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here at the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Looking for a man. It's Morris. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
They want to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they got him for the sack. And the Sooners will punt this one away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Dropping back, it's Morris. Safe completion on the screen. Running through contact. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. And that one's way too far for everybody. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, and put a good drive together.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Firing to the right, complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. The Sooners send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Texas offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Power football with the run. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're...
Oh, he dropped it! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Getting deep in the third quarter, minute and a half to go here. Leaves it with the running back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. The Sooners will keep this drive going.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up the 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. Really nice. the sticks for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Longhorns are marching down the field. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hernandez. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Morris. He's got his man. Oh, it's loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, the coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They go to the ground. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. They want that clock to run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes. And he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark. And when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Pushes toward the goal line. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coffee. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, get the football back to get back in this football game.
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
To the ground with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
From inside, and the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They can't stop the clock, and the defense really can't do anything about this, David.
Nah, great spot to be in for the offense. They know just take a knee, no timeouts for the defense, take the clock down to 0.
And they've got to feel good, too, David. Hard-fought game. It was a physical contest, but, man, getting these W's, that is a sweet, sweet taste.
Here's the handoff. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams, but today, Oklahoma a little bit better, David.
Yeah, it's hard to handle all the hype of the Red River rivalry. And Oklahoma did an unbelievable job coming out the gates, handling it, putting hook 'em horns where they belong, behind